Hi, welcome to Astro Tarot. My name is Holly, and today we are talking about the energy of the Gemini new moon that happens on May 30th at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time at 9 degrees Gemini. We are in Gemini season. The energy is sort of lightening up, a little more playful. It's kind of like you're kind of ready to just get into summer. The energy is kind of like, all right, school's coming to an end. People are more interested in like going out and playing more than they are like kind of sitting in a classroom. Though Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and it's an air sign, so there's a very quick mind, very quick-witted, very, like they have the silver tongue, they're the poet. Bob Dylan is to me, the most famous Gemini I can think of off the top of my head. They have a gift with words and a gift of communicating. Like they kind of like check out the local scene, and they're going around gathering stories and facts and information from people, and they're telling stories. So and the energy is kind of can be very fun. Sometimes it can get a little bit, sometimes the energy can get a little bit too fast, a little too spinny. Maybe like there can be like a groove they get stuck in and they keep talking about the same thing. But generally, that's sort of like maybe the one side of Gemini that can get kind of like intense, or they can just start telling, they'll be telling you everything that's going on in your mind without a filter, and that can be intense. But generally, they're curious, and they're, it's out of like, this thing is happening, and they're just sort of processing out loud. There's this curiosity and this playfulness and this sort of just this little kind of like, they like that sort of quick connection, and then on to the next thing, and then on to the next thing. So they're kind of like a butterfly. They're connected to Mercury, so they can go into the underworld and come back out, so they can go into like these places where other people would be like, nah, I'm not treading there, and they come out like unscathed. And they're also the twin. So there's this, I kind of see it, I see twin energy as almost like a reflection energy, or like like a mirror. They can almost be like a canary in the coal mine for our culture, or society, or community, because they kind of know what's going on. They kind of know, they're interested in knowing what's going on, and they're like, yeah, okay, I got that story, and then they take it and they do whatever it is that they do with it. Very strong imagination. So when you're doing your new moon intentions, this is like a new moon cycle for the next month and for the next 2.25 years. Whenever I work with Gemini energy, I like to play with the energy of what if, the energy of, what if, let's see, I have an example here. What if I choose to let my path be easy? Okay, there's one. Or what if I could make art and music in a fun, joyful, playful way? So I made those are a couple of intentions of Gemini that like I made a couple of years ago. And like in 2020. So like these things are actually coming to fruition. And they are, but they're sort of like, how am I trying to say it? It's like, they're sort of like qualities. What if I could bring these qualities into my life? And then just sort of like, it allows you that open-ended intention, allows the intention to be open for your mind to fill in that vision. And that can change, right? Gemini is mutable. Gemini is mutable, is changeable. So the energy is, it's dynamic. It's fluid. It's got this ability to, go with the flow. So if you're able to kind of keep your intentions open-ended, it'd be fun to kind of, and allow them to be fun. Gemini is about fun. We're like gearing up to move into summer, like school, for people who are young or it doesn't even matter. You could be any age in college, but like every May, I remember this. It was so hard for me to be in a classroom, like I was like ready to ditch school and like, just be done with it. Right. And it's like, it's not just the students, it's like everybody, it's that energy where it's like, oh yeah, it's time, it's time to like, just have some fun. So the energy of Gemini is fun. Now we have Mercury, which rules Gemini, was in Gemini, is now retrograded back into Taurus, gathering more information, which is a real Gemini thing, gathering information. So we're learning a few things. So if you can leave your intentions like as a what if, like you might have an idea when you do your intentions on Monday or Tuesday, what it is that you want to bring in. But then when Mercury comes back around, because it's going to come back in June, back into Gemini and pass over it's going to pass over that 9-degree mark where the Gemini moon is going to be. You may have a different vision of what your intention is because you've gathered more information while Mercury is passing back again into Taurus and then out of Taurus and back into Gemini. The other two energies that I would look at this week are Mars is in Aries now, and Mars rules Aries. Also, it conjuncted Jupiter. So there's passion, there's drive, there's like, if you were feeling kind of sluggish, you might be starting to feel like, okay, I'm ready to go, which is nice. Also, it could be irritation, it could be war, like that kind of thing. But, try to like bring it down. Mars is also the lover, passionate lover. What are your passions? Like now is the time to really get in touch with that. And then we have Venus just moving into Taurus, which is a sign she rules. And Venus is about like love, beauty, what you value and how you want to be valued. So Venus could temper that Mars passion. Mars and Venus they're like partners. Mars wants to please Venus. So as Venus kind of gets into her desires, and Mars is also desire, but like in a more assertive way. Venus is like desire more in a like, I'm gonna lay back and and get it kind of, that's the way she gets it. Mars is going to be like, what can I bring to you, darling? So let those energies inform, you know, your Gemini what if intentions as well. And so the cards that I pulled this, I got, you know, of course, 2 popped out. And we have the 8 of coins, and 8 of coins is, like hard work, industry. This person is doing the same thing over and over again. So like, he's stamping coins. Boom, boom, boom. He knows what he's doing. He's good at what he's doing. It's a habit. It means habit. So like literally this guy is just stamping coins, right? And he's probably the best coin stamper in town. So there's this sense of that there is skill, that like you may be skilled at something, and you can be at a choice. You're sort of at a choice point where you can keep doing the same thing. Or, you know, I always see this like, okay, it's 8, but then it's also 6. And 6 is giving and receiving, right? And then it's 2 3s. You've got balancing, and then you've got a foundation. So there's this kind of balanced foundation going on. Then I also see it as the ace, like what new things can you bring in? You have the energy is like, well, wow, I have the skill. I have this skill. I might be starting to get a little bit bored doing the same thing over and over again. And with Gemini energy, you're doing the same thing again and again. Well, sometimes when you have a limited palette, you actually can do a whole lot more than when you have too many choices. But you might be coming up to a choice point where it's like, you know, all right, I can stay at this level and it's decent, or I can start trying something new and maybe rise to the next level, because you're almost at a mastery place. Now, in this deck, this is the new. What the heck's the name of this deck? The Alchemical Tarot, right? The 10. We have the 10 of Pentacles too. This one's reversed, and I sort of see this so as possibly focusing too much on the outcome, focusing too much on like collecting, right? Coins is money. It's also your health. It's also how you experience pleasure here on earth, right? This card is interesting because, you know, in normal decks, you see like a whole family, and then like you see an old man kind of sitting there, sort of passing his inheritance on. This was just the one person just covered in coins, and he's got 2 coins over his eyes, right? So it's like, you can't take it all with you. I see these 2 cards as saying like, you know, you want to get beyond you can't take it with you to the next life. Although you might want some coins so that you can pay the ferryman, right, to take you over the river Styx. That's what the two coins over your eyes, right, is like next life. Like, what can you do with your skills to kind of take you to the next level that's not just all about material growth? I feel like this is saying, you know, there's something beyond, you know, what it is that you're working with at the moment, how you're working. You know, if you're working just to collect a paycheck, And, you know, and you have the ability to expand beyond that. You know, that, I think that's part of what that is saying. Like, obviously, if you have to, you know, like, can you expand your energy, your relationship with money to go beyond a paycheck? Can you see money as energy that expresses who you are, that expresses your ideas about the world for yourself? Like, this seems like it's, this person's just doing this thing over and over again, industrious, but kind of like doing it for someone else. And that is okay. That's okay. That's okay. But there might be this, I just feel like there's going to be like a little, you know, buzzing in your ear about maybe an idea that you have, you might want to try, or there's something, I'm feeling that there's something that's, you know, that's going beyond this. And this is saying, like, sometimes the 10 here in reverse, 10 of coins, there's something beyond just collecting money. There is something that you need to, or this is the energy. I mean, you don't need to do anything. You know, you could do whatever you want, but there's something, there's just something more to life than just money. And sometimes this trap of habit, it's like, let's look at, I feel like this energy is about looking at your habits and your habitual thoughts and beliefs about money, and about, you know, your physical health, and even about how you experience pleasure that could use a little changing, or just like a review. Like, are you, this is it. Are you just going through your day automatically? Like, for instance, I had to get off social media because I found every time I looked at my phone, no matter what, I was clicking on that Instagram thing. And then I moved Instagram off my phone. And I clicked for the first day, I kept clicking there, and it was just my phone settings, and would open up, you know, my phone settings. I'm like, wow, like, that was really automatic. And I make, you know, and part of like how I make a living is through through some of the social media stuff. Like, I put my art up there and everything. So it's like, you know, I had to just step back and like go, whoa, slow down, take a breath. It's like that. It's like, what are your habits? What are your beliefs that, you know, kind of put you through these habits? And, you know, it's a review. You might not have to change anything. You know, you might be like totally on track with your habits. But there also might be some things that you can tweak out. And I also sense that Gemini, you know, might want to just kind of like play games with some of those habits. And Venus is kind of getting into the groove of what is pleasing and what she values. And you may find that some of your values have shifted since, you know, since the last time she was in Taurus. So take a little bit of time to like slow down and maybe step back from your daily ritual, and, you know, check in with yourself. And then Mars may, you know, has the energy. You have the energy right now to make any shifts or changes if you need to. All right. It took me a while to say that, but it always does. Anyway, have a great week. Set your intentions. Have fun with those intentions. And I'll see you next week. Peace.